Hey guys, I'm Terry.
And I'm Brian. Welcome to the Forest Farm Project.
But this is my old house. I'm Terry. It's Terry's old house.
Yep.
So this is going to be episode 2 of the kitchen remodel, expansion, whatever you want to call it.
Laundry, pantry, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. And we're taking out a storage room over here.
Yep.
And closing in this doorway that you can see right behind Brian.
Right there.
And throwing in some joists, going to put some floor down, sheetrock it, move the washer and dryer and refrigerator over there, little pantry on the end. And so
first things first, we got to tear that door out so we can put the joists in, and we're going to be putting our brand new Milwaukee M18 10-inch sliding double compound miter saw to use.
And so it's pretty.
It's going to be fun.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Solid stand. I was pretty impressed.
Got to have quality tools to do a quality job, right?
Yeah, and I guess you saw in the intro where opening these legs, man, those little handles they put on there, that's phenomenal.
Awesome. Any of the stands we've used in the past, you had to fight with the little push buttons, and it was always
past that hole.
But with that little clip on the inside of the saw stand, you just touch it and it pops open for you. It's awesome.
And it's so balanced. When you get those legs folded out, it just rolls over really. I mean, it's not like cumbersome.
Yeah.
It's really
good setup.
Yeah. Pretty good deal.
Yep. All right, you ready to tear a door out?
Let's do it.
All righty.
So now we got to figure out what's holding this door on the wall. Looks like we got some shims, probably a nail in here. Looks like I got that one. See what we're looking like. I got a feeling we're concreted in down there, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think they did anything on the top, no.
Nope.
So let's see. Shims up there, nailed. Shims there, nailed. There, nailed. Looks like they did a little more nailing on that side. Yeah. There you go. Should be loose. It's moving though. They had this door on before they poured the concrete, so it's kind of in there. I'm just going to cut it off. Coming out now. Let go. She don't want to let go. We got it out, right?
Yep.
Well, we got that door out of the way. They had that thing concreted in the floor, which I didn't think it was the smartest thing in the world, but people do that. They hung the door and then poured the concrete and buried it. Well, anyway, we've got 4 of the joists in already. The outside band there, we just screwed it straight to the band, and we didn't need any joist hangers. But in here we're using joist hangers. The reason being, we want to get this floor as level with the rest of the house as we can. As you can see, this bottom plate is overhanging where the outer band here is, and there's plywood under here. And that's the same as the plywood that's in the rest of the kitchen. This is a subfloor. We want this joist to be up high enough that it's right to the bottom edge of that plywood where this outer band and the plywood meet. So a really experienced carpenter could probably hold that joist in there, bang them nails in it, and be done with it. And they'd have to put a little strip on the bottom and notch these, and it would set like I think I call it a ledger, isn't it, Brian?
I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, joist hanger's a little bit overkill, especially for this small space, but it helps us get things where they need to be. We're not as experienced. We know how to do this. We're not doing it every single day, so we thought joist hangers would be the way to go. Makes it easy. You have to measure the width of the area that you're going to hang your joist, which is pretty simple. Just go from one side to the other, and we have got 52 and about 1/4. You just have to look in the bend of that tape measure and see what looks like it's going to hit that outer band. So we need to go cut a joist 52 and 1/4, and we're lining them up with these studs all the way down through here, because when we go to finish this thing out and there's a floor on here, it's going to be hard to figure out where the joists are at. So you want to line them straight up with the studs, and that way you can find the studs. You'll be able to figure out where your joists are at when you go nail your floor down. Okay, we're going to clean this factory edge up a bit. Okay. 52 and 1/4, right?
Yep, 52 and 1/4.
I'm going to leave the line. Here we go. All right, so we got that joist cut out, and we came in prior to filming here, and we measured to each one of these studs. And we measured from that end wall. We came over here and we transferred those measurements over here because we don't have these studs over here. And the studs that are over here don't all line up with this side.
And they're coming out.
And that wall's coming out anyway, but okay, so I'm going to draw a line right here where the edge of the stud is, and this is where I want my joist to be. So over here on the other side is we made a little arrow, and that's where we want the edge of our joist. And you make an X where the joist is actually going. That's just kind of standard. I guess most people know that. And I'm going to line up with this arrow right here best I can. I'm just eyeballing it. If you're off a fraction of an inch, it's probably not the end of the world. So now I'm going to take this joist and I'm going to look at it and see if there's any kind of crown in it. We pick straight lumber, we dig through it. You couldn't do it on a whole house, but on a little project like this, we're a little bit picky. So let me get this thing in here. I'm going to stick it approximately where it goes on the end over here, and then I'm going to knock this end into it. So like we were talking a while ago, you see that line between this is a band, this is a plywood right here, it's a subfloor. So that line between that subfloor and the band, we want this to be at the very edge of that. So when we lay our new subfloor here, it will line up with the subfloor over here, which is in the existing house. This goes out into our kitchen here. So we want this floor to be even. We don't want a big hump in the floor. So we're going to nail these joists down and get them as close to that as possible. If you come in here and you nailed them and they were a little bit high, you're not going to pull these out very easy. These nails go in there and they're pretty solid. You could always come in here with a planer and plane them off. We're kind of going a little bit of overkill here and taking our time to get it really precise. There's my hammer. And I am going to eyeball it and get that thing right where it goes. And here's my line I drew with my pencil, and I want to make sure that my joist is straight up and down with that, and then I'll know that it's vertical and properly installed. They've got these little tabs on these joist hangers, and oh, by the way, we're using that nail right there. It's a 10D, and it's a hot dip galvanized nail, and these things are designed specifically for joist hangers. And I know that's a little short nail, and it just doesn't look like much, but apparently these have a really high shear strength, which means they won't break off this way. So when you drive these in that joist hanger, they don't break, they hold tight. In this nail, you put 2, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. That's 4 going into the band. And then there's 4 more that go in these diagonal holes that go through the joist and into the band again. And they don't stick a whole long ways in there, but they grab that joist well. So anyway, this is what they say does a job. They say they're stronger than just nailing them in, so that's what we're doing. Let me see if I can get this booger started. Hammer? Am I still on the line? Yep. Make sure the joist didn't move any. Still looks pretty level. Twist it just a little bit. Get some more of the nails out. I'm going to go ahead and throw one on the other side. Make sure that joist hanger's up against the joist. I think I can actually nail that tab. And that it should hold it. It did. It's up. And here we go. And I'm just double checking. I've got 2 nails which should hold this thing in place now. And I'm just double checking to make sure, again, very important that you have that plywood bottom be the top edge of this, which is equal to the top edge of that outer band. If you get that lined up, you should be good. And you want it straight up and down. Go ahead and finish it up. Two on this side. You stick it in there and it kind of self-guides itself. Again, these things are generally spread out kind of wide. I like to squeeze them together. They'll tend to grab that joist better, and it makes everything just go together better. I'm gonna check, make sure I'm on my line over here. I need to go over that way just a little bit. It's really a good idea to get that fuzzy off of there first, because that's hard to determine where you're at. And again, you want to make sure you keep in line with your vertical line here, so that you know that you're square and perpendicular to the floor. And then you want to, again, get that height right. It's very important. You don't want your floor having a big hump in it. See what I can do. I might try starting them tabs first and see what happens. They got those tabs there for a reason. I just have to learn how to use them. Ooh. All right, that's 8 nails on that one. We're ready to cut another joist. Well guys, we got the joists in. We were short one joist, which we knew we didn't have, but the very end one's going to nail to the end. And then we've got to build a little frame for the door and close that in, so that'll be another video. We'll show you that later. Right now, we're going to take our Milwaukee red stick level. It's a 78-inch level, magnetic. It'll stick to a steel stud, which we don't have, but it's a pretty cool level. It doesn't lie, and we're going to see. It doesn't rock. And it's touching every joist I'm not quite sure how we managed to pull that off, but we did. So, woohoo!
All right, well,
Another fine job.
you know it. And we've got a whole set of these. They are phenomenal. Everything from a torpedo that has an adjustable angle.
Going to be great when we do plumbing.
Oh man, yeah. 2 foot, 4 foot, and this 78 inch. So we're going to do a full review on all of those and show you all the cool features of them.
Yeah, we found out an idea, or we come up with an idea to use that level with the angle. It's going to be really handy. So
Yeah.
we'll show you that in a later video when we do that review.
We got a lot of cool reviews coming up.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I can't believe that those joists were straight.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Worked out really well.
It did.
Yep.
I guess crawling around and looking at that little line like that, paid
helps.
off.
Yeah.
It took a couple hours, but we got it done.
Yeah.
Looked like 5 seconds on that time lapse, but
Yeah.
took a little longer than that.
A little bit, not much.
Yeah, he kept getting in my way.
It happens. What can I say?
Yeah. Oh well.
Alrighty. Well, that rounds this one up. Like he said, we'll come back and close in that wall. We got to get some more lumber. We ran out.
Yeah.
And
These early stages are going to be kind of boring. When we tear that wall out, it might be a little bit of fun.
it's a little cramped quarters right now filming
Yeah.
because it's 52-inch wide room and we're both trying to work in there. So,
Yeah, and film.
Yeah.
And get light in there because
Yeah.
the light in there is like horrendous. It's
Yeah.
bad.
So
But when we get in the kitchen, it's going to get a lot more fun.
when we tear that wall out, it's going to get a lot better.
Build the cabinets.
Feels like you're about to hit me with that.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends. We got a lot of construction projects coming up.
See ya.
Have a good one.